Veterans with PTSD and traumatic brain injuries are getting the help they need right here in Oklahoma.
And it's all thanks to a new law. Fox 25's Leslie Drappin shows us how therapists are healing thousands of veterans for free.
Sergeant Chris Gregg's first taste of combat came during the first Gulf War.
Kuwait was invaded on the 2nd of August, and I was there on the 10th of August. I was there till the completion of the war.
10 years later, he was back in Kuwait.
I was reliving some of the things that I had done in the first Gulf War. Breathing in oil to the point where you're spitting it up. Seeing some of the places that, we had seen, destroyed bodies, not just died, people that have died, but, mutilated bodies. And after I returned home, that's when everything started to really fall apart.
Gregg was diagnosed with depression and PTSD. Years of pills, even electroshock therapy, didn't help. Things got so bad, he even considered ending it all.
Extremely hard to say that you're suicidal. So I would say it was around 5 times that I've been suicidal.
One of his worst experiences came while trying to get help at Oklahoma City's VA hospital.
The VA doctor told me that he didn't have room for me. I got upset. I, kicked over his trash can, and as we were walking out of the building, their apparent police department, who had civilian clothes on, threw me on the ground, and they put me in jail. It was just another one of those trips where you're at the very end of your rope, and when you get turned away, where I was supposed to go.
We're at 5. How's your ears?
For Dr. Bill Duncan, Gregg's story hits close to home. One of his closest family members went through the same thing.
He was a Navy corpsman serving in the Marines, and he was discharged from the service and wound up basically living in his bedroom in the dark for the next 2 years.
Then Duncan discovered hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It's commonly used for burn victims and diabetic patients. Doctors say it can treat PTSD and traumatic brain injuries too.
The evidence is evidence-based medicine. There's no doctor who actually reads the literature that can say this is not an acceptable medical indication. This works. It's black and white now.
So the oxygen is able to bring back the function of these injured areas. We're treating the cause of the symptoms, not the symptom.
Earlier this month, Oklahoma became the first state to approve this treatment for veterans. The new bill creates a payment system based solely on donations raised by Duncan's group. They're hoping to treat 5,000 veterans every year.
These men and women, their lives have fallen apart. We only have a few years to rescue them. Basically 2 years, their lives are shattered. It will restore hope. It will reduce the suicide rate because there is hope.
Right now, veterans like Gregg can go to the Patriot Clinic. It's always open and always free.
They told me to come up on a Sunday and said, come on in, we'll take care of you. So, to be able to finally find a place like this that just said, come and we'll treat you, period, has been incredible.
Gregg has had 18 treatments. He says one of his biggest problems is already gone.
For the first time in 12 years, I'm not taking sleeping medication, so that's been a huge relief, just right there.
And now he's looking forward to his future, free from the pain left behind by war.
So I'm just excited to see, what all can happen. I'm more comfortable. I feel better about life. So sky's the limit.
Leslie Draffin, Fox 25 News.